Good evening, students. Class 7. Now we will start with the lesson number 4, that is the Delhi Sultanate. So in your first term, lesson number 3, 4 and 5 is there, and lesson number 3 already we have done with all the back exercises, question answers, everything. So the next chapter, it is Delhi Sultanate. We will study about this chapter. The period from CE 1206 to 1526, it is known as the Sultanate period. The Sultanate empire was, you can say, stretched over large part of the Indian subcontinent for 320 years. And during this period, India was ruled by a number of Turkish sultans who belongs to Turkish clan. And the major 5 dynasties of the Sultanate period were: number 1, the Slave dynasty, then the Khilji dynasty, you can see, the Tughlaq dynasty, the Sayyid dynasty, and the Lodi dynasty. The time period it is given to you children in the bracket. So first of all, we will start with the Slave dynasty, the time period CE 1206 to 1290. The ruler of this dynasty ruled from CE 1206 to 1290, and they were known as slaves or Mamul. Iltutmish and Balban, the 2 rulers, they belongs to this dynasty, and they were like you can say that Abik himself was a slave of Gauri. So the dynasty was called Mamulk, as an Arabian word which means owned. So Qutbuddin Aibak, the founder of the slave dynasty, is Qutbuddin Aibak, and he was a slave under Muhammad Gauri, and he got this position due to its merit. He was an efficient person during that time. Muhammad Gauri appointed him as a governor of his Indian conquest. So after the death of Gauri, Aibak became the ruler of his Indian possession. He consolidated his strong through matrimonial alliances, means a formal agreement established through marriages. He married the daughter of Tajuddin, one of the governor of Muhammad Gauri, who was given the charge of Ghazni and had been his rival. He made himself popular by donating to both Hindus and Muslims, and that is why he was also known as the Lakh Baksh, that is giver of lakhs. Qutbuddin was also a very great builder. He started the construction of Qutub Minar in Delhi and also built the Qutub Islam Mosque in those areas only. Later, he died in 1210 due to the fall from his horse while he was playing the polo. The next person, it was Iltutmish, the sudden death of Aibak. So there was nobody to hold the slave dynasty. So slave dynasty was placed by his son Aram Shah on the throne, but he was overthrown, and Aibak's son-in-law Iltutmish was invited to occupy the throne in 1210. His position was challenged from very beginning. The reason, because he had no hereditary claim over the throne. But Iltutmish, he proved himself a strong and efficient ruler. He conquered Malwa, Mandu, Ujjain, Gwalior, Ranthambore, and brought the whole northern India under his control. So he has been called the real founder of the Delhi Sultanate. Some of the achievements of the Iltutmish. Iltutmish was undoubtedly he was a great ruler. He shifted his capital from Lahore to Delhi, and he saved the Delhi Sultanate from Mongol invasions also. He also suppressed the internal revolts and consolidated his empire. He got his claim to the throne approved by Khalifa. Then the land revenue system was reorganized by him. He introduced gold and silver coins, that is tanka, that time. Then he was a patron of art and architecture also. So the Qutub Minar was completed by him later on. Iltutmish was a efficient administrator. He divided his empire into iqtas or provinces. The iqtas were administered by iqtadars who maintained law and order.